A ruptured gas main in New Haven's East Rock neighborhood forcing several homes and a school to be evacuated this morning. But the source of that leak proving to be real tough to find. News 8's Ken Pierce live in that neighborhood this noon hour with the very latest. Ken.
And Keith, several streets still closed at this hour. This is Livingston right back here. The cross street at the other end of that block is Canner, and that's where they're doing most of their work right now. Now, I just got an update from the spokesperson for the New Haven Police Department who tells me there's also a water main that is leaking down there in addition to this gas leak, and the gas leak by itself has been tricky enough to track down. It was about 4:30 in the morning when the call came in. People in a house on Canner Street smelled natural gas. The fire department came out with a gas monitoring device. 0% is ideal.
And they found percentages of 38%. The building was immediately evacuated. No signs, no symptoms. They metered the buildings adjacent. They found lower readings.
All three buildings were evacuated. Southern Connecticut Gas sent crews in to look for the source. A backhoe and jackhammer started tearing up pavement. They knew there are two 16-inch gas mains under there, but in these cold temperatures, the source of a leak can be hard to find.
Because of the weather, the frost, it can travel, and when it travels, it's difficult. So what we do is we vent it, and then once we vent it, we can find it by the higher concentration of where it would be.
The search took crews more than 2 blocks further down Canner Street to a spot right in front of the Worthington Hooker School. All those kindergarten through second grade students were then diverted to the other Hooker School for higher grades a couple blocks away. Meanwhile, multiple streets had to stay closed while crews continued their search.
They're still venting so that they can isolate, so that they can shut off. So
Gotcha.
They don't know the exact source at this moment.
Now, the Deputy Director of Emergency Operations and the spokesman for the police department have both told me in the last few minutes that they still have not quite found that leak. They've narrowed down the area where it could be, but they have not identified that leak just yet. And until they actually find the crack in the pipe, they aren't going to be able to replace it, and we have no idea how long all this is going to take. So these streets could remain closed for the foreseeable future. The school on the corner, what they call the Little Hooker School, that is certainly closed for the rest of the day, and they've shut down 3 daycares in the immediate area as well. Live in New Haven this noon, I'm Kent Pierce.